Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, I'm Kim. This is Core Union. This is in a previous job that I had before I started my own business, so this goes back before 2006. So just so you know, I'm an introvert. Back then, you would not have been able to pay me $1 million to even make these videos. So my boss at the time, who was this very strong, powerful, stoic, serious person, told me that she was gonna have me announce the award of one of the departments. There were hundreds of people in the department. So during our weekly meeting, when she told me this, I was like, okay. And then in my mind, I was like, hell no. Oh no, I'm not doing that. There's no way I'm doing that. So I immediately just started imagining it going differently in my head. This was before I even ever heard of law of assumption. I definitely was aware of law of attraction back then, but I had never heard of inner conversations, but I've always been very imaginative. I started imagining her call me into one of our weekly meetings and tell me that she was going to use actually this employee, Joe, who was in the department where the awards were going to be given out. And I just stayed very faithful to that. And for me, because I was so deathly afraid to get in front of so many people, this was kind of like a do or die thing, because I was like, there's no possible way I'm doing this. So I kept imagining that often. And right up until, so the next weekly meeting, and my cubicle was right outside of her office. A few minutes right before I knew she was going to open the door and call me in, I closed my eyes right there in the cubicle, and I just one more time, and I knew that this was the last time, I just kind of closed my eyes. I felt like kind of just very still, very quiet, and I imagined it one more time. I heard her open the door. She called my name and she said, "You're up." So I went into the office. I sat down at the table the way I always did. We went over some notes. She said, "Do me a favor, go get Joe."
Oh no, she didn't.
Have him come in. I'm gonna have him give the award out. And I was like, okay. And I just remember walking down the office thinking, oh my God, I can't believe this. I grabbed Joe, he came in, she told him, and he seemed very happy about it. Like it was a good thing overall, all the way around. And I will say that, so that was a great experience. And I will also say that in general, when I first started working there, as the days and the weeks went by, remember, I was so shy and I was such an introvert back then, and I was so super sensitive. Because she was such a strong woman, she was very intimidating. And she had a reputation throughout the department of like, you don't want to mess with her. People were afraid of her because she was serious. You didn't want to be on her bad side. But because I was so super sensitive, I remember thinking, I'm not going to be able to survive this unless she treats me differently. So I would always just kind of imagine that she absolutely loves and adores me, that I'm her absolute favorite, and that for some reason, even though she's like this with everyone else, she's not like that with me. And it was just so amazing. We had such a good relationship. I was controlling my own belief about how I was going to experience my interactions with her. And then she mirrored that back to me. And basically that's the reality that I selected over and over and over again. And that belief of that being my experience was more dominant than the other experience I was having. So that's why I experienced it. So I hope this video helps you guys. Comment down below if you have other similar experiences. Ask me any questions. Email me at kim@coreunion.com. Check out my website, www.coreunion.com, to see the services that I provide. And I will see you next time. I love you guys. Bye.
Nothing can come, nothing can come, nothing can come between us.